Hello, Oilers fans. Austin here, and I know it's been a busy day. I know I've uploaded so much. I've uploaded on TikTok and YouTube Shorts numerous times today, but now I think the Oilers have finally kind of settled in. They've made their final decisions, and there's still going to be some decisions to make here in the near future, especially with a couple of the current roster players. I expect him to make a couple trades, but this is what the Oilers have done so far. These are their signings. Viktor Arvidsson, 2 years, $4 million per season. Great contract. Mattias Janmark is back, 3 years at $1.45 million per. Maybe a little on the high end, but you know what? After how much dog Janmark showed in the postseason with Connor Brown, you know what? I'm not going to complain about that. Jeff Skinner, big signing for Edmonton today, 1 year, $3 million. Corey Perry's back, 1 year, $1.4 million. Josh Brown, defenseman, big hulking defenseman. He's kind of the Vinny Desharnais replacement, 3 years, $1 million per. Connor Brown, like I mentioned, 1 year, $1 million. And then Troy Stecher, it is being reported by Rick Dhaliwal on X or Twitter.com that Stecher is coming back to the Edmonton Oilers. As of the recording of this video, I do not have the actual contract details. Don't know what Stecher's going to be making, but the Oilers have filled a lot of holes. They filled that top six scoring winger hole for Leon Draisaitl. It was pretty obvious that the team, they were going to be prioritizing getting Leon Draisaitl some scoring help, some players to play with him. Chris Knobloch alluded to it in his end-of-season press conference with the Oilers media by saying that the Oilers, with Leon Draisaitl, all season he was playing with guys that aren't known as superstars, pretty much saying he's been playing with third and fourth liners all year. And it's really nice to see Viktor Arvidsson and Jeff Skinner signed by the Oilers to very, very reasonable contracts. Jeff Skinner gets a 1 year show-me deal. Viktor Arvidsson, as long as he's healthy, 2 years at $4 million per. That's 30 goals scored. Jeff Skinner, imagine he'll get 30 goals next to Draisaitl. Now, if you look at the Oilers cap space, they don't have a whole lot left. They have $1.33 million in cap space left. Their roster is 20 of 23. They still need to sign Philip Broberg and Dylan Holloway, and the remaining needs a top 4 D-man. So I'm assuming the Oilers will be looking to shed some salary and then fill that remaining top 4 D-man need and re-sign Philip Broberg and Dylan Holloway. Of course, Broberg and Holloway, they will be signed for pretty cheap. I don't imagine them making any more than $1.5 million tops for each of them on like a 1 or 2 year deal. But then if you look at the way too early projected Oilers lineup here, like I said, way too early projected Oilers lineup. We have Nuge with McDavid and Hyman. We have Skinner with Draisaitl and Arvidsson. We have Kane with McLeod and Holloway, Janmark with Ryan and Brown, and then Corey Perry as an extra forward. And then you have Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Broberg, Kulak with maybe Stecher, Brown with CC, and then Skinner and Pickard. That's kind of the depth chart right now for the Edmonton Oilers, assuming that Broberg and Holloway are re-signed. Now, I put a little asterisk next to Evander Kane and Cody Cece's names because I would imagine these are the two players that Edmonton might be trying to move out in order to create a little bit more cap space, a bit more cap maneuverability, and try and upgrade different positions. Of course, defensively, I don't mind what the Oilers have done here, but you cannot run Cece back with Darnell Nurse at any point during the season. If Cece is back on the team this season and they try and move him at the deadline, I guess that's fine, but I would prefer a Cece upgrade this offseason. I would prefer someone to play with Nurse, have Broberg play on the third pair, but we'll see what happens. And then, of course, Skinner and Pickard in net, that's a pretty good tandem. They both combined make $3.6 million against the cap. I really, really like what the Oilers have done here. Obviously, all of their signings are pretty good value. Overall grade is an A. This is kind of my raw reaction to the Oilers' free agent frenzy decisions. Now, Jeff Jackson, he still has a couple big decisions to make. Of course, the Oilers will be looking to fill that vacant GM position sometime in the middle of July, if not a little bit sooner. We will see who Edmonton ends up signing. I will not get into the discourse about the name that's been floating around on X or Twitter.com today. I just can't do it. There's just too much going on with that, and I don't want to talk about it. I want to focus on the positives right now, and the positives today are the Edmonton Oilers. Are they a better team than they were yesterday? Are they a better team than they were in the Stanley Cup Finals? In my opinion, yes, they are. Real good work from Jeff Jackson today. I like the players. I like the signings. I like the values. Really excited for training camp to open. And of course, the Oilers still have some decisions to make. We'll see if there's any big trades in the pipeline, and we'll go from there. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you like today's video. Make sure you subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. And this is the place to be for all Oilers news and, content in general. Hope you enjoy your Canada Day. Let's go Oilers.